Well, hello, welcome to the show. You're listening to BBC Radio Leeds, and we have a very, very lovely Friday show for you with lots of live music. A little bit later on in the Open Arms in our virtual pub, we have not one but two turns for you today. But first of all, by way of a warm-up, an excellent warm-up, I should say, one for fans of big bands, I think, fans of a little bit of swing, maybe fans of Sinatra as well. My next guest set up the Northern Swing Orchestra only quite recently. He's already got some really exciting gigs coming up as well. So let's have a chat to the one and only Jonathan Wyatt. Hello, Jonathan.
Hello, and thanks for having me on the show.
Thank you so much for coming on. Tell me about your fabulous band. When did it all get together, and how many are you?
Well, a very, very quick bit of information. So basically, I started running big bands when I was 17, which was 34 years ago. I started the Jonathan Wyatt Big Band in Norfolk. But my day job has taken me all over the country. And about 4 years ago, we moved up to Yorkshire. So we live now between Leeds and Manchester. And I started the Northern Swing Orchestra, which is a 17-piece big band with the assistance of my friend Mark Witterson, December 2019. The idea is that we have a good big band that can go out and do gigs, entertain people, and do various different shows. We've got sort of Andrew Sisters show, a Sinatra show, Rat Pack show, 1940 show, and basically we wanted to try and get something going. Of course, we've had lockdown get in the way, which has sadly affected so many musicians, so many of my colleagues and good friends. But so we started up. It's a 17-piece big band and plays the music of the big band era and a little bit of more modern stuff as well.
Well, how fantastic. Everybody loves a big band. When I say that, I mean, do you feel like there is a real appetite for this kind of music, this kind of show at the moment?
Well, I think it's sort of feel-good music. I think it's very evergreen. I don't think it really dates. And obviously when they have big TV shows on, there's often a big band featured, backing some fantastic vocalists, and the likes obviously of Robbie Williams, Michael Bublé, Rod Stewart. They've all done big band albums. I think it's something that doesn't date. I think it's just wonderful music, really.
Yeah, no, fantastic. Am I right in thinking that, have you done something in the Isle of Wight? Do you get booked all over the place these days?
So, well, we're sort of finding our feet, but yes, we're doing a few little contracts. We've done a couple of dates for Warner's, as we did one in the Isle of Wight, just as lockdown was easing in May, yes, we've got another one coming up, shortly, Cricket St Thomas. So one or two, and also one actually at Nid Hall, I think, next year. But that's not the only thing. We're trying to run a monthly big band event at the Swillington Working Man's Club on a Sunday afternoon, the first Sunday of the month, and that's a sort of little showcase, really, so people can come and see us and hear us and find out what we're all about. We've also got a Christmas concert planned in Pudsey called Swing Into Christmas in December. But yes, so no, we're trying to get our name out there.
Well, I can say actually, because I'm looking at a couple of these dates. So Sunday, 3rd of October, you are at is it the Swillington Miners Welfare Sports and Social Club? And you are with a name that I'm familiar with, Gary Grace, and it's his Salute to Sinatra. Gary's been mentioned on this show a few times because sometimes we get Michaela on from the GT Big Band and she does stuff with them. So a little bit of crossover. Tell me about Gary Grace and how brilliant he is.
Yes, I know Gary and Michaela very well. Gary, he's a fantastic singer. He's an international singer, sang all over the world and well travelled. He's got a fantastic voice, and I think if you're looking for the man singing Sinatra, then Gary is your man, really. He's fantastic, and one not to miss if you can come along on the 3rd of October.
Yeah, fantastic. And like you said, December 12th, Swing Into Christmas with the Northern Swing Orchestra Big Band at Pudsey Civic Hall. So what sort of show is that going to be?
Are we allowed to mention Christmas in September?
Do you know what? It's so funny you should say that, Jonathan, because yesterday I was absolutely appalled and disgusted by the fact that there is an advert on the TV and it's all about getting ready for Christmas early, actually using a Christmas song. So I feel like anything goes these days. Do you know what I mean?
The thing is ours is all for a good cause. We're trying to raise money for the air ambulance, which is also close to my heart because I had some years working for the ambulance service, taking time out from my current, my ongoing career. But no, it's something that's very close to me. And so swinging to Christmas, it's going to actually feature Kate Peters singing alongside other guest vocalists. It's going to be a big band concert with Christmas music and dancing, something for everyone.
Lovely. I tell you what, Jonathan, since you mentioned Kate Peters there, we have a little clip, a little flavour of Kate singing with your good self, and this is a song called Time After Time. What would you like to tell us anything about this?
Well, this was recorded in December live at the Swellington Club, 2019. I think it was actually our first concert. Kate Peters singing Time After Time, which is an Ella Fitzgerald classic.
Time after time, you'll hear me say that I'm so myself that I'm so lucky to be loving you, so lucky to be the one you run to see in the evening when the day is through. I only know what I know, the passing years may show. You've kept my love so young, so new. And time after time, you'll hear me say that I'm so lucky to be loving you.
Well, wow, fantastic. Absolutely love that. She has the most fascinating and incredible voice, doesn't she?
Kate is amazing, yes, and we really hope that we're going to be working with her much more in the future. I think her voice really lends herself to the big band, and I know Kate has her own big band and does her own shows, but no, Kate is an amazing singer.
I'm talking to Jonathan from the Northern Swing Orchestra, and we've been talking a little bit about the gigs that they've got coming up, but also, now a couple of times in this conversation, Jonathan, you've sort of alluded to the fact that you have another career, and you have quite a fascinating job. What do you do?
Well, I've been very lucky, and this job has taken me all over the world. I work in the TV and film industry as a sound man. So yes, it's good fun. Long hours, obviously, and we've all been affected a little bit by lockdown and COVID as well. But we're very privileged to be back at work and have been filming for a while now.
Are you allowed to tell me which shows you work on or have worked on?
Well, yeah, I've worked on quite a few shows up north. I've worked on lots of Kay Miller's shows, actually. I've worked for Kay since about 2002, doing all of her shows. The last show I did for Kay was The Syndicate. But currently I'm working on a BBC HBO show, which is Gentleman Jack, which is something I'm very proud of. And obviously something that was actually just on last night, dare I say it, on Channel 5, which was All Creatures Great and Small. Something for Yorkshire to really be proud of.
Yeah, wow, and what a career to be proud of as well. There's some really brilliant, well-known shows. I imagine that your hearing is a really big part of, well, not just your life, your social life, but like also your career. Do you have to really look after those ears when you're sort of in front of a big band?
Oh, I like to give them a rest sometimes.
Yeah.
unless I have probably got very selective hearing. But no. No, it's no. Obviously, you have to be careful, but yeah, and I'm not necessarily the best person to go to the cinema with. But,
Why?
well, I think I like I think a lot of people in my industry we do go and enjoy films and enjoy TV shows,
Yeah.
but we also can sit there and sort of watch things and think, oh goodness me, how did they do that? Or oh,
Yeah.
I can see that there then. Or yeah, so yeah, it's I think we're can become a little bit of a critique.
I know what you mean. You finely tuned to certain things. There's, I used to work in commercial production. I used to make adverts for the radio, and periodically, and very often, in fact, I hear sound effects used on the TV in programs, and I know exactly which CD it came from.
Oh dear.
I know.
KPM library CD.
Well,
yes.
Usually for sound effects, it is the BBC library, but
the BBC one. Well, let's face it, they've been around for a very long time.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, we're about to descend into some extremely geeky conversation. So, Jonathan, what I will probably do is let you get on. But if people are interested in the band or they want to come and see you, do you have a website, please?
We do, and it's easy to remember. It's a little bit long, but easy to remember. It's www.northernswingorchestra.co.uk. That's www.northernswingorchestra.co.uk.
Brilliant. You've got a couple of shows coming up. You are available for bookings as well if people can afford to get so many people in one room. That's a really cheeky question. I'm not going to ask you how much you are, but with so many people, does it bump the price up a little bit?
Well, it's yeah. I always like people to come and talk to us.
Very good answer, Jonathan. Very good answer. It's been lovely to catch up with you. Lots of luck with the future. Do keep in touch. Thank you so much, Jonathan Wyatt.
Thanks very much. Thanks for having me on, Gayle, and look forward to hopefully talking to you again in the future.
Great. You take care.